Good morning, everybody. My name is Usha Shakya. I am the marketing manager of Bizz Education UK and also the host for today's webinar. I'll be joined shortly by Bani, who will be co-hosting with me. She is the senior counselor of Bizz Education UK. On behalf of all the team of Bizz Education, I'd like to welcome everyone present in the Zoom or watching us on Facebook Live for the first virtual fair conducted by Bizz Education. Before we begin, I'd like to give you a short introduction of who we are. We are Bizz Education. We've been providing educational service. We are an educational consultancy providing services since 2008. We have our main office in Jawlakhel in Nepal and other branches in UK and Australia. We provide we provide counseling, visa-related documenting queries, anything that will help you to reach to your destination of studying abroad. That is provided by us. Most recently, we have been conducting a lot of fairs. Our last fair was held in March. However, we were planning for a big event for May, but due to the ongoing situation, we were not able to do a major fair in Nepal. Therefore, we are doing it virtually this time. These fairs are important because you get to come in direct contact with the representative of the universities, and you get to. It was held in March. However, we were planning for a big event for me. There's a. Okay, sorry about that. So as I was saying, these events are important because you get to come in contact with the representative of universities. You get to ask them any kind of queries. You get to get more information about the courses or fee structure, or which course is good for you. So therefore today we will be joined by the regional coordinator of University of West London, Ashish Sharma, who is here already. Ashish, welcome so much. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Usha. Thank you for welcoming me. Hi, everyone. I'm Ashish Sharma from the University of West London. Good to be here today for the webinar.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Before we begin, I'll just shortly say, give everyone the format of today's presentation, today's webinar. We will first start with a short presentation by Ashish, during this presentation, I would advise all the students to write in your questions, your queries, any sort of questions, and all these questions will be directed to Ashish after his presentation during our question and answer session. After the question and answer session, we also have few of the students who are currently studying in the UK. So you'll get to know their experiences, what they're going through, on-hand experiences they'll share with every one of you. I would like to mention that the second half of this session will be in Nepali. So without wasting any further time, Ashish, would you like to share your screen, please?
Okay, thank you, Usha. Yes, so I think the screen sharing seems disabled because I'm trying to share the screen, but it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
I'll just ask the host. Arisa, are you? Can you please look into that, please?
Yeah, it's done now. Could you please check now? Sorry, it's done now. Ashish, could you please check again now?
Okay, I'll just try again. Yes, I can do it now.
Okay, great.
So I hope that you are now able to view my screens, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I am Ashish Sharma, Regional Coordinator from the University of West London, based out of Mumbai. I am sure that most of the students and everyone would be based out of different parts of the world, and I will give you, as spoken by Usha earlier, I'll give a brief about the University of West London. And I'm sure the students must be having a lot of questions, which we can look towards the end. So starting about the University of West London, it's a very old university. It's located in London. The first thing which comes to mind of the students is the rankings of the universities when they evaluate different universities. So a brief about the rankings of the university. We are a top 50 UK university according to various university guides. So let's say the Guardian University guides, the Times Higher Education Guide. So we are a 50 in the Guardian University Guide, 52 according to the Times Higher Education Guide. So one thing which happened interesting this year is in the Times Higher Education Guide, last year we were around 83rd place. This year we hold an 52nd place. So it's a 31 places rise in a year. That's the biggest rise any university has been able to show in any year in the UK in the Times Higher Education ranking. So there's something which we are very proud of. Again, UWL is also a top modern university in London for the overall satisfaction according to National Student Survey 2019. Why I feel National Student Survey is kind of important, because the survey is conducted or the data is collected from the existing students who are already studying in the University of West London. So you can check. So specifically for the students, their either friends or relatives would already be studying in the University of West London. So we always get the students, we always get kind of referred students from students who are already studying in the University of West London. Again, a record number of 13 courses have received 100% student satisfaction in the National Student Survey. For a teaching excellence framework, we are a silver, though every university aspires to be a gold. We also aspire to be that. If students or anyone asked me one thing or one area where the University of West London has been able to contribute the most in student development, I would say that be the employability factor or the careers of the students. So in the last point, you can see 98% of our graduates are in employment or further studied in 6 months of graduation. This is HESA statistics. So HESA is the Higher Education Statistics Authority. We are a top 10 university in the UK for employability. 98% is a big number. And right from the logo, you see, right from the logo of University of West London, it says the Career University. So basically the vision, the academic process are all geared up or focused towards making the employability for students good. One thing which one highlight which I would like to give for this year, you can see in this blue black box, this is the Times Higher Education Awards. That's called the awards in the UK. So we have won the Business School of the Year. So the Claude Littner Business School, which is the University Business School, it has won the Best Business School of the Year in the UK. Coming next, a lot of you would be, wanted to know about the location of the university. So the university is located in Ealing. Ealing is a borough in London, in the Zone 3 of West London. So it's, let's say, 20 minutes away from the Heathrow Airport or 30 minutes away from the central London. So central London is all that Buckingham Palace and London Bridge and all. Just a quick fact about the university's location, you can see in this blue box, 50% of world's 300 top companies have headquarters within 15 miles of UWL campus. So I feel this is one of the key factors which has led to good student employability or good graduate employability, because a lot of students, when they go for overseas study, this is the feedback which I constantly get. They go there because of the exposure factor. And of course, academics plays a very important role. But when you go there, you would like to be exposed to the industry. You would like to learn by being exposed to the industry in terms of internships, in terms of live projects, of course, and then the employability matters as well. In terms of the size or the campuses which we have in the University of West London, we have two campuses. So one is in Ealing side, the other is a Brentford side. Both are 1.5 miles away from each other. You can also see the Paragon Lets. So Paragon Lets is the student accommodation. You can see the picture of a private study room. It is the minimum of a private study room which students get. There is also a studio. So what is the difference between a studio and a private study room? Private study room is a common room with kitchen area and the bathroom area shared in a floor, whereas a studio is something which is, you have all the facilities private. There is also a free shuttle bus in between Ealing site and Brentford site. So for students who are wondering where is Paragon Lets in terms of geography, it is located in the Brentford site itself. And for students who stay in the Paragon Lets, the student accommodation, they have to go for their classes to Ealing. So they just need to get down, hop on a free shuttle bus between the Brentford site and Ealing site, which is available for students and staff of University of West London. In 15 minutes, they will be there in the classes. This is something about the facilities of the University of West London. Quite world-class facilities, I would say. You can see over here in this light blue circle, 150 million pounds investment has been made by the university management in the recent past. This also puts University of West London seventh in the UK in terms of the facilities spent. So you can see the pictures of the facilities of the library, of the university's own radio station, university's own training restaurants, and things like that. And of course, I understand most of the facilities in the universities are a basic minimum. They are required to be there in order to, in order for students to function and learn properly. For example, libraries, gym, they're everywhere. But there are a few facilities which I feel are kind of unique to the University of West London. For example, university's own radio station by the name of Blast FM, all run by the students themselves. Very, very relevant for media students, but of course, all the students can access it. There is this Westmont Enterprise Hub. I don't know how many students are, have that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, because I come across a lot of students who would like to, develop their business idea, or they, they would like to start up. So for those students, there is the Westmont Enterprise Hub. It is located inside the University of West London. Pretty successful. It's a startup incubator. So students who, who have a good business idea, they receive help in terms of financial assistance, in terms of technical know-how, connections, free office space, and these kind of things. 2 years in existence, and more than 50 students are already working on their ideas, including a student who had actually pitched his idea in the London Tech Week and won an award as well. So very proud of it. And there is this West London Food Innovation Lab, which is there. There are 2 training restaurants inside the university itself. These are, of course, specifically for hospitality students. There is a 4-star Savoy suite facility for hospitality students. There is also a Heathrow archive at the University of West London. So Heathrow Airport is very well connected to the University of West London, not only in terms of the proximity it shares, but also in terms of the relationship which UWL and Heathrow managements they share. So that's why a lot of students from the university, they are already working, inside the Heathrow Airport, probably full-time jobs, part-time jobs, or internships, and that ways. We also have aviation courses. So Heathrow again has sponsored a flight path, computerized flight path simulator for aviation students. So whenever I go to the university, I see students experience, flying a plane and all like that. Now we come to the study options. So you can see there are 8 schools under the University of West London. I'll give you a brief about the courses which are available under each of these schools. So School of Computing and Engineering courses are related to computing, computer science, information systems, and all. There are courses related to civil engineering and electronics and communication. So overall, as I said, in the first slide, the university ranks is an overall 50th ranking university. But if we talk about the computer science stream, then the Guardian rankings are top 12 in the UK. Similarly, if you see for civil, the university ranks 7th across the UK for its civil course. So good courses with internships are available under this school. There is London School of Film Media Design, courses related to journalism and advertising and graphic design, fashion design. These are the courses which are available. There is London College of Music. It's a world-renowned college of music. It's a world-renowned music school where musicians like Freddie Mercury have studied. So Freddie Mercury and some other great musicians are actually a pass out of LCM, which comes under University of West London. School of Law and Criminology are courses related to law and criminology at the bachelor's and master's level are available. College of Nursing, Midwifery and Healthcare. So this is one school where a lot of courses are not open to international students. So though we have a lot of courses in nursing, midwifery and healthcare, but I would say there are only 3 courses which students can apply to if the students come from a pharma background or if they want to study a related course. So first course is a public health and well-being. Second course is a health informatics course. And third course is the bioinformatics course. So technically health informatics and bioinformatics, they may come in the school under the School of Computing and Engineering. But then the students who apply to it, they'll be mostly from healthcare background or the pharma background. School of Human and Social Sciences, courses like psychology and other human and social sciences with various specializations at the bachelor's and master's level. London Geller College of Hospitality and Tourism is a 70-year-old school, quite specialized and quite reputed in the courses which it offers related to hospitality, aviation, culinary arts, event management, these kind of courses. Good quality internship. In fact, just got to know this year, there is one student who is actually interning inside the Buckingham Palace itself. So that is the kind of industry connections which this school has. Last but not the least, the Claude Littner Business School. As I shared in the first slide itself, this has been awarded the best business school in the UK, something very important for the business students. Courses are related to, of course, MBA and business studies at the bachelor's level, marketing, finance, economics, and digital marketing, social media marketing, or various numbers of courses. Also, I understand a lot of students would be there who are freshers, but then they aspire to do an MBA, and generally MBA requires a work experience. So we also require a work experience of minimum 2 years, but then there are seats available for freshers as well. So students who are freshers, have no work experience, have a first class, they can apply for the MBA as well. Coming to fees and scholarships, so you can see the undergrad fees are £12,500 per year. I am talking about the September 2020 fees. And so there are courses which have an internship option for undergrad students as well. So, let's say if students want to do a course, for example, BSc Computer Science with an internship, so they will spend 4 years studying, 1.5 years of study, 1 year of internship, and then again 1.5 years of study. So for 3 years, they have to pay £12,500 for the internship year. They just have to pay £2,000 for the internship year. Postgrad students, again, £13,000 per year. For the internship duration, it is £600. So a year of master studies, and then if students choose to do an internship, it can range from anywhere from 6 to 8 months, depending on the course and your employer and things like that. So for example, a 20 months course for 1 year masters and 6 months of internship will cost £13,600. Only and only exception is the MBA course, which I haven't mentioned because it's under some kind of review, is the MBA course is a 2 year course with an internship. Without an internship, any master's course is for a year. With an internship, the MBA course is 1 year of studies, 10 months of internship, and the fees is 14,250 pounds. Of course, for students who you don't have to note it down, you can get in touch with your counselor at Bizz Education. Bizz Education has been in contact with the University of West London since long. They are aware of the processes about various details in the University of West London. A lot of students may be confused by seeing what is an extended postgraduate program. It's an extended master's similar to what a pre-master's is. So we also have an intake in June and of course October. So extended master's is a 15-month program, and the entry requirements for the program are slightly lesser than that of a normal 12 months masters, which starts in September and January. So the fees is 14,975 pounds for the 15 months course. It is without an internship. With an internship, it is 16,275 pounds for the 2 years, because for the extended masters with an internship option becomes 2 years course. Just a quick update for the June intake is that the university is running the June intake, but the date has been postponed to a date in July. Though it hasn't been confirmed yet, we will be able to confirm various complete details about this intake by the end of this week. The management is planning a few things regarding the June intake, and I will definitely update this education, and you can be in touch, because something very interesting is being planned for the students who aspire to go for the June intake. So I'll come to the entry requirements in terms of three things comprise of the entry requirements. So first, let's talk about grades. So what we required is a 65%, and so for UG students, they need a 65% in their 12th. For PhD students, they need a 65% in their bachelor degree. In terms of English language requirements, we require an IELTS of 6.0 with no less than 5.5 for an undergrad course. We require 6.5 with no less than 5.5 for a postgrad course. For an extended master's, the IELTS requirement is 6.0, no less than 5.5. So that's why we have a lot of students who also apply for an extended postgrad program. For those of you who are wondering about the waivers which are available, so waivers are only available for students who have studied from an international board. So students who have taken their 12th from an international board, only they are eligible for an IELTS waiver. Now, because of the COVID lockdown, I understand all are stuck inside their homes and it is not possible to take IELTS. So that's why the university has started accepting the Duolingo and IELTS indicator examinations as well. Regarding how to apply, or regarding the documentation, I would say that you can be in touch with Bizz Education. You can be in touch with your counselor. They would be glad to assist you. And for anything else you would like to connect to me, you can connect to your counselor, and they would be happy to connect you to me. So I think that's all from me. It was just a short brief. Any questions you have, I'd be glad to answer. I will look at the chat box. So I suppose there are a few questions over there.
Yes, Ashish. I will give you the questions just to make it easy.
Okay, that'll be great.
Before we begin with the questions, one question from me. You said international board. Could you please specify more about international board that you said regarding English?
Okay, so international boards, meaning if a student has studied from their 12th from a Cambridge board, or GCE board, or a board like that. So the students who are in Nepal, the Nepal board, we are unable to waive off the English marks on the basis of grades of the Nepal board.
So I'll just move into the questions from the students now. Sanu, she has completed her grade 12 in science, and she wants to change her course to management for undergraduate. Will she be able to do that?
Yes, she can. She can study any of the 3-year or 4-year bachelor degree, 3 years without an internship, 4 years with an internship. So there are courses related to accounting and finance if she is interested. Else, there are courses related to business studies or international business management. There is a list of courses which I will email it to you, and then you can accordingly guide the student. So, yeah.
Sure. Similar is the next question as well. It's regarding change of stream from management. Wahida wants to change to computing for bachelor's degree. I think that will be possible too, is it?
Okay, so yes, so for as far as bachelor degree is concerned, so students can change from uh, a science degree to a business degree, but then they can't change from a business degree to a science degree. They need to have 11th and 12th. They need to have, uh, you know, uh, their study should be in uh, science. So to study science further.
Okay.
So they can't change this.
We have someone raising the hand, Galaxy S10 Plus. Is there something you would like to say? It's okay if you can unmute or you can write in your question. So if you have anything to say, you can write it in your in the question, or you can ask as well. I'll go on with the second other question. You did mention about the entry requirement being above 65%, but one of the student has 48% and she has not done IELTS. Is there any way she can, join the university?
Okay, so I don't know whether the student is for bachelor's or master's, but let's say if you are for bachelor's, then you will have to go through a foundation year, meaning to say 1 year of foundation, and then you can go on to the bachelor degree. IELTS is compulsory, and if you've done your bachelor's and if you have 48% in your bachelor degree, and if you want to go to master's, you can go for an extended master's. So an extended master's is where you have to study 3 extra months, and then you can enroll yourself for the 15 months masters, and IELTS will still be compulsory for it, though the IELTS requirements are lesser. So of the IELTS requirements for a 12 months masters is 6.5, no less than 5.5. For the extended masters, it is 6.0, no less than 5.5.
Right. And what about study gap for master's program? How many years of study gap is acceptable?
Okay, yes. One thing, sorry, which I forgot to mention, this is something which I skipped actually. Yes, so in terms of study gap, what we can accept is for a bachelor degree, we can accept only 2018 and later pass outs. So this is what UWL is accepting right now. For a master's degree, the university is accepting a maximum of 5 years of gap. Only and only exception is the MBA course, where students can be accepted who have more than 5 years gap as well.
Okay. I guess. The other question is regarding nursing. She has completed her PCL nursing and bachelor in nursing, and she wants to be studying. She wants to study MBA. Will that be possible?
Okay, so sorry to ask this. PCL is something masters, is it?
PCL
PCL.
is after it's like diploma course.
Okay. Yep. So then she is eligible to apply for the MBA course, and the only thing which we require in terms of entry requirements is either a first class, or if the student doesn't have a first class, then as I said, a 65% and a minimum of 2 years of supervisory level work experience.
Another question is regarding documents that is required for cash along with tuition fee payment. What are the documents required for getting the cash for the tuition payment?
Yeah, so the cash documents are pretty standard documents. So, first of all, you apply to the university, and then the university gives an offer, and then you accept the offer. So the student accepts the offer, and then there are a pretty standard list of documents. For example, your medical, your TB certificate will be required, your acceptance certificate will be required, your passport, your your birth certificate may be required, and nothing out of the way. It's pretty standard, which which the students counselors can help regarding.
Okay. There's a question regarding scholarship. How much scholarship will the student get, and the requirement or the process for the scholarship?
Okay, again, something which important, which I missed. Thank you for reminding, again, Yashmin. So regarding the scholarships, there is an international ambassador scholarship which is available for up to £5,000, and students can apply for the international ambassador scholarship once they hold an offer from the university. So first of all, they need to hold an offer, and secondly, they need to apply for the scholarship. So the scholarship application form will contain questions like, tell us 3 things which make you a worthwhile candidate to receive the scholarship. And the students are required to answer in around 300 words or 400 words each. So that's how you apply for scholarship. Scholarship is not entirely based on grades. It's based on grades only to the extent that the students need to hold an offer from the university. And rest you will have to justify. You can include your achievements and any other things which you feel will justify yourself well. Of course, good academics help as well, but the decision does not entirely depend on academics.
Okay. And I've got a few questions that are privately sent to me. A student who is a graduate with 2:1 degree and 1 year gap without work experience, will he or she be able to directly enroll for an MBA course?
Okay, yes, it depends on the grades. So if the student has a first class, then the student will be able to directly go for the MBA as a fresher.
Okay.
So if the student, they don't have a first class, then a minimum of 2 years of at least supervisory level of work experience is required. So it all depends on the student's grades.
Okay. And you did mention about placement and internship. Is there any kind of link with, the industry link with the university, or any kind of placement support provided by the university for that?
Okay, yes, of course, there is a careers team, a strong careers team at the University of West London. And recently this year, they have also won an award for their support to the students. The employability has risen for a consecutive 6th year in the University of West London. The students are doing very well. And of course, so the university, the careers team holds regular career fairs at the university. And there is tremendous support in terms of careers to the students. But how it functions is that the students also are required to put in efforts and work with the careers team in order to get an internship or a placement or any such thing. That's how it works in the UK in any of the universities.
Okay. So will there be any kind of career fairs or anything that, the industry people come into the university and all that?
Yes. So there are regular fairs, and fairs are generally for, let's say, if a career is there, then one career fair will be specifically for, let's say, computer science students. The other career fair will be specifically for hospitality students, and likewise, so that when the companies are there, students from the same school can come and take advantage and interact with uh, the people who have who have come from the company.
Okay.
And apart from it, one strong thing which I will also, I've already told that the university is located in a district which is very economically vibrant. There are a lot of companies over there, and so that also gives. So one thing is academics, and then the other thing is also the availability of opportunities. So I feel fabulous opportunities are available and nearby. So that's how the students are at least doing very well at the University of West London in terms of employability.
Okay. So Shania wanted to ask about getting visa extension for the same program if she fails to complete, within the duration, due to maybe failing the course or maybe something. Will the student be able to get a visa extension for the same program in such cases?
Okay, I honestly I need to check this. I mean, uh, because but then you shouldn't think of failing. You should be positive, and this is something which you shouldn't even think of. So, but then I can definitely check the rules and get back to you in with regards to, let's say, if a student fails or something. But I would still urge that you be positive and don't even think about failing. Yes.
Exactly. You mentioned about Duolingo. Is it the same IELTS? The marks requirement for MBA regarding Duolingo?
Yes, exactly. So the Duolingo requirements are the same for MBA as for any other masters. The requirements are 115 for a master's with no element less than 95. And for an undergrad degree, the Duolingo requirements are 105, no less than 95.
Okay. Um, Sujita here asked. She mentioned that she has completed her +2 with science with grade A, but have not done her IELTS. Can she apply for bachelor's program? I think.
Okay, so I don't know the board where you have completed from. If it is the Nepal board, then you will have to take an IELTS. If it is a board like CBSE, because I understand there are a lot many schools in Nepal which have a CBSE board as well, or a GCE board or a Cambridge board, then we can look forward to a waiver. But if it is the Nepal board, then an IELTS is compulsory.
Right.
Also, just would like to add here regarding, a lot of students, they have doubt if they should take an IELTS or they would want to have waivers. So I understand it's easy going without an IELTS, or it's easy if you have an option with a university. It may be easy that you don't have to take an IELTS and just get in. But I don't think that you should leave a good university just because you don't have to appear for an IELTS. IELTS is something which not only helps you get into a university, but also it helps you in your overall development. So let's say, even if you join a university without IELTS, you go there, you look for jobs or part-time jobs or any of the jobs, you will still be required to master the English language to a certain extent. So why not you put in efforts right now and then you do it, and then of course you will have much better opportunities lined up when you do that and when you go to a good university. So I think this is also a right time to put in efforts, work a little hard, get IELTS so that you can get into a good university. And of course, I don't think it makes sense at all to go to a university just because you don't have IELTS. You go to a university which is not as good as you deserve.
Right. So moving on. It's regarding acceptance of any kind of offer. For accepting offer letter, is there anything that the student have to do, or once they receive their offer letter, it'll be kind of like a confirmation of their place?
Okay, yes. So two things. One is, so once the student has been made an offer, they can do two things. So one is pay a registration fees of £250 to reserve a seat, and then they may take some time to arrange the deposit. What are the deposits? The deposits are under review, I would say, because of the COVID situation. The management is reviewing the deposit requirements. So I will be able to definitely update you at the earliest, but right now it's under review. Before this, for the deposit requirement was a 50% normally for us, like that.
Okay.
And then to accept, just sorry to cut you. uh, yes, so let's say if you have paid a £250 fees and then you have registered, so then you, at some point, you will still have to pay the deposit amount to get the cash which is required to apply for a visa. So that's how the normal process goes.
And you did mention about June intake being postponed to July. What about the deadline for September intake or payment
Okay,
for
so
September intake?
Okay, so there is no deadline as such right now. Of course, there will be a deadline because one thing is COVID. So I don't know. I've heard a few students want to defer or something, but then I think overall, if I see the response is still very positive. There are many applications for the September intake as well, and if I speak about right now, there is no deadline. We will definitely keep you updated as and when we have a deadline. And because it's something which is, right now we are working for the July intake or for the June intake. And as soon as that thing, as we are able to work up on that, then we will focus on September, and then let you know. But the applications for September are still on. It's just that in terms of acceptance, the deadline hasn't been ascertained yet.
And will there be any kind of credibility test performed by the university for the students?
Yes. So credibility, well, in terms of credibility, there is one credibility interview which each and every student has to go through, after the CAS is done. So, it's something to, let's say, prepare the student more, I would say, rather than assess the student, so that the student are up to date if in case they receive a visa call, or, if they have to speak to anyone with regards to it. So yes, one credibility interview the students have to go towards the end of their CAS stage.
And Deepika here is asking if she can reapply after a visa rejection to the university.
Okay, in terms of accepting rejection cases, we do accept, but the acceptance varies, depending upon the uh, cause of the refusal. So we have to run it through our compliance team, and they're able to confirm whether we will be able to accept the students who has a visa rejection. So for them, it's basically they need to make an application and see. There is no straightforward answer.
And regarding PTE, you did mention about IELTS, but what about the PTE minimum requirement for MBA?
Okay, yes. Yep. So the undergrad PTE, what we accept is a 52, no less than 51. For a postgrad program or an MBA, what we accept is a 58 with no element less than 51. For students who have lesser than 58 and more than 56, they can enroll for an extended program. Meaning to say, our PT requirement for an extended master's is 56, no less than 51.
Okay. Just recently, someone who raised an Galaxy S10, he wanted to ask if he mentioned about IELTS, and I think from your previous answer, IELTS is compulsory for him. However, he has completed his bachelor's in 2015. So, will that gap be acceptable for him to study postgraduate in construction project management, something related with that?
Okay, so the gap is still fine. It's any student who has passed out UG in 2015 or later is fine with us. It's only the IELTS which you need to figure out, because you asked because if you require an IELTS, so mostly we will require an IELTS unless if you meet the criteria for waivers. So yes, you can. Yes, you can enroll with an IELTS.
Yeah. There are a few more questions, Ashish. So
Yes, that's fine.
Muna is asking if the university will accept students for a second UK master's degree.
Second, UK Masters is not as straightforward for the University of West London, because one question that our admissions team asks is, why is it that the student wants to go for a second master's? Because we receive a lot of applications. The students has already done an MBA and or a master's in software engineering, then again would like to go for the same course. So it should be a natural extension. For example, let's say a student has done a software engineering, they can go for an MBA, but then they have to go through the extended route. So that is acceptable, but no exact double masters are available. So no two MBAs like that are acceptable. So they can still apply for the extended postgrad program. So I hope that makes sense. So meaning to say, it should be a natural extension. A technical masters may want to go and study for an MBA or a management degree. That makes complete sense. So likewise.
Okay. So it won't be like someone studying MBA would want to study accounting. Would that be some kind of
No,
progression
no,
that can be shown?
no. That's not uh, actually possible. That's not possible for the University of West London currently.
Okay. Meena is asking that if she gets her visa after the class start date, will the university be able to give her some kind of extension time to enroll? Uh,
Yes, yes. So uh, that's perfectly fine. And now we understand, because of the situation, the COVID has turned everything upside down. So we do understand, and extensions are possible if the student has a genuine reason.
okay. So how many days would that be? Can you give a tentative days for
It
her?
depends on it depends on the student's reason. See, I shouldn't be saying this right now, because all the students should try to join on the start date and the orientation date itself. But that means, if a student requires an extension, that may be because of XYZ reason, different reason, and that can be ascertained only at that point of time. We can't say anything right now, because if I, for example, if I say that this is there, then the student may think that they have to join that particular date, the extended date, which the student shouldn't be doing. So ideally, they should try to get to the university on the orientation day. If anything, we can discuss it at a later point of, if there is a reason, then we can definitely give an extension. How much the extension is, it all depends. We can speak when the students require extension.
Exactly. Okay, so what about the requirement for Indian board English? Is there any kind of requirement for the Indian board, like the Indian students?
For the Indian students, it is a 55 percentage that they require in terms of grades.
Uh,
So let's say students who want to enroll for an undergrad degree, they need 55% in their 12th. If the students want to enroll for a postgrad degree, they need 55% in their bachelor degree to enroll.
okay, we'll take few more questions. As we can see, there are 22 plus questions. I'll try to
So I'll try to answer quickly then.
uh,
See the 23.
just say, some of the questions have already been answered, so I'll just skipping a few of them.
Yes.
And I've done that. Few of the questions are related with biz education as well. So that part will be done after the other half of this presentation. Is there any questions that I missed? Is there any kind of English way for Indian students?
Sorry, I couldn't understand.
Uh,
Waiver in terms of what?
English, like you mentioned about
Okay, IELTS waivers.
yes, exactly.
Okay, okay, yes. So for Indian students, it is basically they need to be from CBSE, ICSC, or again the international boards are there, and there are 6 other boards towards the south. So the waivers are available for them. So waivers are there for Maharashtra State Board, Telangana, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and these are the boards where students can be waived their English off. They need to have 70 in 12th for an IELTS waiver of an undergrad degree. They need to have 75 in English in 12th for waiver of IELTS in the postgrad degree.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, sorry, Ashish, you were saying?
yes, so I'll send you the updated list of requirements and so that you have it handy.
Yeah, and we'll also send it to all the students who are inquiring right now.
Sure, sure.
Few more questions. Jenny is asking if the university will deduct any amount while making a refund if her visa got rejected for any reason.
See, for visa rejection, the university doesn't deduct any amount, only for an administrative fee of, I think, 20 pounds or 30 pounds or something. That's very nominal. Other than that, the university doesn't deduct any amount.
Okay. Yashmin asks that what will happen if she will not be able to get a placement in the for the university.
See, I, again, should be hopeful, should be positive. But then still, if I talk about the rules for a student uh, who hasn't been able to get into an internship or a placement, right now what happens is you get into the 2 years stay back period. So I don't know if if all the students know or if everyone knows there is this 2 years stay back which is applicable for students. So so you get into that, you can still stay for 2 more years and look for employment if the student hasn't got an internship. So
Okay.
if the student gets an internship, then the course extends, and when they complete their course, they have a 2 years more extension from their course completion date. So, nothing to be worried about. I think, you can still, there is a lot of time to look for employment, though I feel that the student should be positive and shouldn't, if they work hard, if they put efforts in internship or employment is not something to be worried about much.
But what about, is there any kind of deadlines for the students to, secure a placement while doing these courses? Will they get any kind of deadline for these placements?
Yes, there will be deadlines in terms of internships, but those deadlines are not something which, which I can, which I know of something, because it all depends on course to course, what course you're studying and what kind of internship you want and all these kind of things. So of course you will be, the students will be guided well when they start their studies by their program leader, by the staff over there, and all these things. They don't need to be worried about. They would be aware. It's just that this is not something which which we can discuss right now, because this is something which is very far fetched.
When you were mentioning about the post-study PSW, is that something available for the UG students as well?
Yes, exactly. Perfectly. It's available for the UG students, for the PG students. It's available for all the students. In fact, I was reading news. So in fact, I just came across a piece of news which said that not all the students are actually aware that UK gives a 2 year stay back or a post-study work permit after completion of their course. So according to QS study, a lot many students, they didn't even know that. So that's why I thought that I'll inform everyone. This is a wonderful opportunity provided by the UK, and I feel that students should take advantage of it. Wonderful opportunity right now.
I hope I've covered almost every questions now. If there's any question that I've missed out, you can either raise your hands or you can just write to me again, but I think I've almost covered all the questions. Yeah. So Ashish, I think that would be the end of questions. If there's any further questions, students, you can write to us, and we will try to give you as much information as possible. Yes, Ashish, thank you so much for a wonderful session and for all those information.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the complete Bizz team for organizing this webinar, and it was great interacting with you, all the students. I know that you all must be locked down inside your houses like I am in this COVID scenario, but we will recover soon, and then I look forward to all of you to seeing you at the University of West London. I know a lot of you may be wondering how is it that the study in UK will take place, but this is something which the university will definitely figure out and mitigate the negative factors. So thank you everyone, and look forward to seeing you ahead in the coming weeks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just to let you know, going ahead after this session will be in Nepali, and Ashish, I will send you the report of today's webinar, what questions the students had, what further queries they did ask. So is there anything anybody wants to add? Harisa, would you like to say anything before Ashish leaves now?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Ashish, for the presentation and everything.
Thanks to you, sir. Thanks to you. Thanks for inviting.
Yeah, it's like it's the information we try to give all these friends. The first-hand information from the university. Okay, so I hope,
yes, that helps.
Yeah, there are lots of the questions. I think like Ashish have answered all the questions, so I think we can cover everything now. So if anything left, please stay with us. So we're gonna answer your question as much as we can.
Definitely, we are in contact. So if you have anything, or if the students have anything, any question later on, you can definitely get back to me. Would be happy to be in contact always.
Thank you so much, Ashish.
Thank you very much, Ashish. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, say hi to Kanpai as well.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now we will move on to the next stage of our session. Do we have?
Bani is not there.
Okay.
You can carry on now.
So we will go ahead with our next session, which will be in Nepali. त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अहिले हामीसँग छ ईशान र सुनिता छ जो चाहिँ अहिले युकेकै स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू, they're currently the students of UK, and if you have any questions for them, please feel free to unmute your mic and you can have a real-time conversation with them as well. So Ishan, केही भन्नु मन छ कि तिमीलाई?
हाई वर्षा, मेरो भिडियो आइरहेछ?
आइरहेछ, हजुर।
ए हजुर, सरी। सबैजना नमस्ते, मेरो नाम ईशान सुवेदी। म चाहिँ 2019 सेप्टेम्बरमा युके आएको MBA गर्नलाई। अनि लगभग अब हामी सबैजनाको कन्सर्न अहिले के छ भन्दाखेरि यो कोभिड-19ले गर्दाखेरि अहिले चाहिँ के भइरहेछ त, क्लासेसहरू चलिरहेछ कि छैन, मेरो अब घरमा पेरेन्ट्सहरूले पनि क्लासेस के भइरहेछ भनेर धेरै सोध्नुहुन्छ। अनि हाम्रो चाहिँ क्लासेसहरू बन्द चाहिँ भएको छैन, हाम्रो चलि नै रहेछ। खासै त्यस्तो फरक त केही परेको छैन। नर्मली अब जुन हाम्रो क्लासमा प्रेजेन्टेसन हुन्थ्यो, टिचरहरूले पढाउनु हुन्थ्यो, त्यो चाहिँ अहिले टोटली यो अनलाइन क्लासेसमा चेन्ज भएर भर्चुअल लर्निङ चाहिँ भइरहेको छ। अनि जस्तै हामीले यो जुमबाट जुन अहिले भर्चुअल सेसन गरिरहेको छौँ, त्यस्तै गरी युनिभर्सिटीको आफ्नै एउटा सिस्टम अथवा टुल हुन्छ, त्यसबाट चाहिँ यो टिचिङ लर्निङ प्रोसेस चाहिँ अगाडि नै बढिरहेछ। अनि नर्मली मैले भन्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब अलिकति नेपाली स्टुडेन्टलाई च्यालेन्जिङ हुने कुरा के छ भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो यो टिचिङ लर्निङ प्रोसेस। अब नेपालमा जसरी अब एउटा क्लासमा बसाएर अगाडि एउटा टिचरले लेक्चर दिएर यो कोर्स बुकमा हामीले 2-3 दिन अगाडि पढेर एक्जाममा लेखेर अनि एक्जाम पास गर्ने जुन चलन छ, यहाँ चाहिँ टोटली डिफ्रेन्ट छ। अब क्लासमा हामीले कसरी पार्टिसिपेट गर्छौँ, प्रेजेन्टेसन कस्तो हुन्छ, ग्रुप वर्क कसरी गर्छौँ, क्लासमा हाम्रो एक्टिभिटिजहरू कस्तो छ, त्यो हेरेर नै एसेसमेन्ट हुने गर्दछ। त्यही अनुसार हामीले मार्क्स पाउने हो। त्यसैले अब त्यो सिस्टममा युज टु हुनलाई चाहिँ अब नेपाली स्टुडेन्टलाई सुरुमा अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो चाहिँ पर्न सक्छ, तर बानी हो है, बिस्तारै बस्दै जान्छ। अनि यो कोभिडको कारणले पनि अब पर्सनली अब मलाई भन्नु पर्दाखेरि अब यो इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट स्टडीहरू धेरै भएको छ। अनि आफ्नो यो युनिभर्सिटीको वेबसाइट अथवा यो पोर्टल साइटहरू लगइन गरेर अनि ट्युटरहरूले चाहिँ सबै त्यो आफ्नो कोर्स मटेरियल्सहरू कन्टेन्ट्सहरू त्यहाँ अपलोड गरिदिनुहुन्छ। त्यो चाहिँ अनि आफैले खोजेर हेरेर पढेर अनि एसाइनमेन्ट गर्नुपर्ने भएको छ। अब जस्तै त्यहाँ चाहिँ अब नेपालमा जस्तो गर्यो कि गरेन, कति गर्यो भने त्यो पछि लाग्ने त्यस्तो हुँदैन। ट्युटरहरूलाई त खासै अब उहाँहरूको सपोर्ट त हुन्छ, तर त्यो सपोर्ट लिनको लागि चाहिँ आफूले अप्रोच गर्नु पर्यो। उहाँहरूले चाहिँ कति सक्यो, के गर्यो भनेर पछि चाहिँ लाग्नुहुन्न। अब असाइनमेन्ट राम्रोसँग गरेर बुझायो भने पास भयो, बुझाएन भने फेल भयो। त्यो ट्युटरहरूलाई खासै त्यस्तो हुँदैन। सपोर्ट चाहिँ उहाँले गर्नुहुन्छ, तर त्यो सपोर्ट पाउनको लागि आफू चाहिँ अप्रोच गर्नु पर्यो भन्ने चाहिँ मेरो अब पर्सनल एक्सपिरियन्स भयो। अनि त्यस बाहेक चाहिँ अब अरू अब कामहरू यताउतिको कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब मैले भन्नुपर्ने कुरा चाहिँ लगभग अब 2टा तरिका हुन्छ। एउटा चाहिँ अब चिनेको मान्छेलाई रिफर गरिदिनु भनेर भन्नु पर्यो, नभए आफै खोज्न पर्यो। अनि आफै खोज्नलाई चाहिँ त्यो आफ्नो त्यही अनुसार मैले अब एडभाइस गर्ने भनेको नेपालमा चाहिँ अब ट्रेनिङहरू त छँदैछ, त्यसबाहेक कामहरू पनि एकचोटि एक्सपिरियन्स गरेर आउनुहोस् होइन। जस्तै अब कम्प्युटिङको विद्यार्थीहरू हुनुहुन्छ भने अब यहाँ आउनासाथ पार्ट टाइममा त्यो कम्प्युटर त्यो कम्पनीमा आइटी कम्पनीमा जब पाउने भन्ने चाहिँ हुँदैन त्यो। त्यही भएर अब स्टार्टिङहरू सबैको अब फरक फरक हुनसक्छ। त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अब किनकि अब नयाँ एक्सपिरियन्स अथवा कामहरू चाहिँ आफ्नो त्यो भयो भने अनि यता आएर चाहिँ के गरेको थिएँ, के गर्न सक्छ भनेर चाहिँ त्यही अनुसार फिल्डमा चाहिँ अब कामहरू खोज्न सकिन्छ। अनि हाम्रो पढाइहरू चाहिँ यो चलि नै रहेछ। त्यो कोभिडले चाहिँ त्यस्तो खासै फरक परेको छैन। पढाइको बारेमा चाहिँ सरस्वती मैले यति भने। त्यस्तै केही क्वेसनहरू छ, बुझ्न चाहनुभएको कुराहरू छ भने चाहिँ मेसेजमा भए पनि च्याट बक्समा भए पनि सम्पर्क गर्नुहोस्। हजुर, थ्याङ्क यू।
थ्याङ्क यू ईशान। कसैलाई केही क्वेसन छ, केही क्वेरिजहरू छ, अहिले स्टुडेन्टहरू के गरिरहेछ, त्यो जे कुरा पनि अहिले ईशानसँग यहाँ सोध्न डोन्ट हेजिटेट, जे सोध्दा पनि हुन्छ। सो अहिलेको लागि केही क्वेसन्सहरू छ कसैसँग भए अहिले अनम्युट गरेर सोध्दा नै हुन्छ कि क्वेसन बक्समा लेख्दा नै हुन्छ। अर्को चाहिँ हाम्रो अर्को स्टुडेन्ट्स सुनिताले पनि केही भन्न चाहन्छ कि? केही छ सुनिता तिम्रो?
हेलो एभ्रिवान, नमस्ते। आई थिङ्क सबै यो जति पनि कुराहरू भन्नुभएको छ, आई थिङ्क ईशानले सबै कभर गरिसकेको छ। सो त्यस्तो साह्रो त केही एड अन गर्नु त छैन। जस्ट उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ अब युके आउनुभन्दा अगाडि जे जस आफूले कुन पढ्ने र यहाँ आएर चाहिँ कोर्स चेन्ज गर्नुपर्ने हिसाबमा अथवा अब मेरै फिल्डको काम पाउँछ भनेर त्यसरी चाहिँ सोचेर चाहिँ नआउनु, किनभने एक्सपेक्टेसन र आफ्नो रियालिटी भनेको एकदमै डिफ्रेन्ट वर्ल्ड हो। अनि अब आफूले एक्सपेक्ट गरेर आएको एउटा कुरा छ, तर भइदियो यहाँ डिफ्रेन्ट भयो भने त्यसले एकदमै हर्ट गर्छ। तर प्रिपेयर फर द वर्स्ट भन्छ नि, हो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ गरेर आउनुहोस्। किनभने यदि तपाईँ अब आफैले अब एक्सपेक्ट गरेर अब मानौ तपाईँ यहाँ हस्पिटालिटीको स्टुडेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ अथवा मेडिकलको स्टुडेन्ट अथवा आइटीको स्टुडेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ अब यहाँ आएर चाहिँ पार्ट टाइम भए पनि पाउँछ भनेर चाहिँ नभन्नुहोस्। त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै सरासर गलत हुन्छ होइन। अब यहाँ चाहिँ फुल टाइम पार्ट टाइमर भन्दा पनि बेसी फुल टाइमरलाई धेरै प्रायोरिटी हुन्छ र फुल टाइमरमा पनि इन्टरनेसनललाई भन्दा चाहिँ उनीहरूकै ब्रिटिस सिटिजनलाई चाहिँ बढी प्रायोरिटी हुन्छ। सो द्याट आउनुलाई चाहिँ एकदम च्यालेन्ज प्लस अपर्च्युनिटी हो। त्यो भएर चाहिँ जस्ट यहाँ आउनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ आफूले चाहिँ फुल एन्ड एकदम मजाले नै आफ्नो चाहिँ लाइक माइन्डमा चाहिँ त्यति कुरा प्रिपेयर गरेर आउनु कि अब एज अ म हस्पिटालिटी स्टुडेन्ट भएर म आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ सोचेको थिएँ यहाँ रेस्टुरेन्टमा काम गर्छु, होटेलमा काम गर्छु, यहाँ यो ठाउँमा भनेर त जस्ट मेरो फिल्डमा त स्कोप त धेरै छ नि त, मैले गर्छु भनेर आएको थिएँ। तर मैले एकदम वर्स्ट पनि प्रिपेयर गरेर आएको थिएँ कि जहाँसम्म भन्नुभएको थियो कि हामीलाई एज अ केयरको रूपमा पनि हामीले काम गर्न पाउँछ त्यहाँनिर। लास्ट अप्सन भनेको त्यो भनेर भन्नुभएको थियो। मैले त्यसैमा पनि माइन्ड मेकअप गरेर आउँदाखेरि लाइक मलाई त्यस्तो केही पनि भएन। म यहाँ आएको आफ्टर 5 months पछि मेरो लट्स अफ ड्राइभमा चाहिँ म आफैले पनि काम मैले भनेको फिल्डमा अब होटेलमै काम पाएँ होइन। सो द्याट अब तपाईँहरू तुरुन्तै आउँदाखेरि पनि अब हामीले तुरुन्तै आउँदाखेरि पनि अब काम गर्छु भनेर गर्नु खोज्दाखेरि पनि हामीलाई यहाँको रुल्स एन्ड रेगुलेसन फलोअप गर्दाखेरि 1 and 2 months त लाग्छ नै। अनि एक त त्यो भयो। अनि त्यो भएर चाहिँ जस्ट तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ आफूले चाहिँ एकदम पुरै माइन्ड मेकअप गरेर आउनुहोस् नेपालदेखि आउँदाखेरि। प्लस अब कोर्स अफ स्टडी के छ र मतलब त्यसको अपर्च्युनिटीहरू छ कि छैन भन्ने त्यो एउटा पनि कुरा सोचेर आउनुहोस्। अनि अरू त त्यस्तो त केही पनि छैन। सो हजुर
इशानको एक्जामहरूको चाहिँ कस्तो हुँदैछ? आई मिन हुन्छ नि प्रिपरेसन्स कि के एक्जामहरू चलिरहेछ कि त्यसमा चाहिँ कसरी ह्यान्डल गरिराख्नु आज?
त्यस्तो क्वेसन्सहरू आई मिन लाइक हाम्रो एक्जामहरू भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो सबै असाइनमेन्ट बेस्ड हो, सबै रिसर्च बेस्डमा हुन्छ। त्यो चाहिँ आफैले रिसर्च गर्ने, ट्युटरसँग हेल्प माग्ने होइन। अनि जो सेल्फ स्टडी नै हो त्यो चाहिँ। त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दा हामी डिस्टेन्समा भयो भने पनि हामीले चाहिँ ट्युटरहरूसँग चाहिँ अपोइन्टमेन्ट लिएर यसरी नै वेबिनार हुन्छ। त हाम्रो चाहिँ टिम भन्ने एउटा छुट्टै एउटा एप छ होइन। त्यसमा चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ अपोइन्टमेन्ट लिने देन आफ्टर उहाँहरूसँग कुराकानी गर्दैछौँ। अनि कुरा अब पढाइको भन्दाखेरि ईशानले एकदम मजाले क्ल्यारिफाई नै गरिसकेको छ कि लाइक अब नेपालको र हाम्रो यहाँ युकेको चाहिँ एकदमै टोटली डिफ्रेन्ट छ। नेपालमा चाहिँ टिचरहरूले चपाए अनि त्यसै लौ खाऊ नानी बाबु हो भन्ने खालको छ। तर यहाँ चाहिँ त्यस्तो हुँदैन। यहाँ चाहिँ एउटा होल ग्रेनै अब स्टुडेन्टलाई दिएको छ भने त्यो ग्रेन नै स्टुडेन्ट आफैले ग्राइन्ड गरेर पिठो निकाल्नुपर्छ क्या। त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब एउटा चाहिँ अब हामीलाई अब त्यहीँदेखि अब यहाँ स्टुडेन्टहरू आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ पढाइमा चाहिँ एकदमै ठुलो ड्रास्टिक चेन्ज भेटाउनुहुन्छ। इभन म आफैले पनि आई वाज प्लानिङ टु क्विट बिकज यो रिसर्च मबाट हुँदैन। किनभने हामी त अब फिडिङ बेसमा हामी पढाइ भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ म त्यस्तो पनि एकदम लाइक काइन्ड अफ फ्रस्ट्रेट पनि भएको थिएँ। एक त अब उहाँहरूले के भन्नुहुन्छ म बुझ्दिनँ थिएँ। लाइक अब इङ्ग्लिस त बुझिन्छ होइन, तर यहाँको इङ्ग्लिसमा त अब यति धेरै हुन्छ कि ड्रास्टिक चेन्ज भइहाल्छ नि त। हामी त त्यहाँनिर बेसिक इङ्ग्लिस पढेर आउँदा इन्टरमिडिएटसम्म आउँदा, तर यहाँको त एकदम एडभान्स इङ्ग्लिस सुन्दाखेरि गर्दाखेरि नै हामी कन्फ्युजमा हुने। प्लस त्यसमा अब हाम्रो असाइनमेन्टहरू लेख्नु पर्दाखेरि होइन अब कहाँदेखि कसरी गर्ने भनेर चाहिँ सबै कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै गाह्रो भएको थियो। सो यस्तै कुराहरू चाहिँ अब सबैजना अब स्टुडेन्ट जति पनि अहिले यहाँनिर वेबिनारमा प्रेजेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ आफूले पनि एनालाइज गर्नुहोस्, रिसर्च गर्नुहोस्। एन्ड देन आफ्टर केही पनि क्वेसन्सहरू छ भने अब हामी यहाँको एजुकेसन कन्सल्टेन्सी जावलाखेलमा छँदैछ, उहाँ गए पनि हुन्छ अथवा इमेलको थ्रुबाट अब हाम्रो यही अब युकेकै मान्छेहरू हुनुहुन्छ, हामी स्टुडेन्टहरू छौँ। अब हामीसँग कन्ट्याक्टमा रहनु चाहनुहुन्छ भने जस्ट फिल फ्री टु कन्ट्याक्ट अस। हामी हेल्प गर्नको लागि एकदमै तयारी नै छौँ। त्यति नै हो। नि स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी।
म ईशानलाई एउटा क्वेसन चाहिँ तिम्रो जुन फ्यु विक्स ब्याक रिटन एक्जामहरू सेड्युल थियो होला होइन, अनि जुन चाहिँ अब त्यसरी भएन नि त, रिटन एक्जाम्सहरू भएन। अब त्यसलाई युनिले चाहिँ कसरी ह्यान्डल गरिरहेको छ कि कसरी लियो तिमीहरूको एक्जाम अहिले चाहिँ त्यसको बारे केही भन्छौ कि?
नर्मली अब मेरो कोर्स एमबिएमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो रिटन एक्जाम भन्ने खासै अहिलेसम्म केही पनि छैन र त्यो मोड्युल पनि खासै छैन। एउटा अकाउन्ट भन्ने चाहिँ अब छुट्टै सब्जेक्ट छ। अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ खासै रिटन एक्जाम त थियो, तर अब युनिभर्सिटीले त्यसलाई कसरी चेन्ज गर्यो भन्दाखेरि जस्तै अब हामीले स्याटहरू त्यो अनलाइन टेस्टहरू जुन दिन्छौँ नि, त्यो रिटन एक्जामलाई चाहिँ यो अनलाइनमा चेन्ज गरेर अनि मल्टिपल चोइसहरू त्यो सेलेक्ट गर्ने अप्सनहरू त्यो त्यो अनलाइन बेस्ड चाहिँ बनायो। तर नर्मली अब मेरो कोर्समा चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म रिटन एक्जाम त्यो भन्ने चाहिँ खासै छैन। अब एउटा एक्जाम्पल सेयर गर्नको लागि चाहिँ म के भन्छु भन्दाखेरि अब जस्तै हाम्रो एउटा एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप भन्ने सब्जेक्ट छ। अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ जस्तै नेपालमा हो भने चाहिँ सायद व्हाट इज एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप भनेर पुरै कोर्सहरू पढाएर चाहिँ अनि डेफिनेसन घोकाएर अनि एक्जाममा लेखाउन लाउँथ्यो होला। तर हाम्रो चाहिँ असाइनमेन्ट के भइदियो भन्दाखेरि अब एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप भनेको चाहिँ यो हो भनेर चाहिँ सर्ट ब्रिफिङ गरेर अनि हामीलाई के एसाइनमेन्ट दियो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ एउटा आफ्नो ग्रुपहरू 3 देखि 4 जनाको ग्रुप बनाएर अनि एउटा आइडिया बिजनेस आइडिया लिएर आउने। अनि मार्किङ चाहिँ जसको सबभन्दा इनोभेटिभ आइडिया छ, जसको सबभन्दा प्र्याक्टिकल र क्रिएटिभ आइडिया छ, त्यस अनुसार चाहिँ मार्किङ गर्दै जाने है। अनि त्यही भएर त्यो हामीले घोकेर लेखेर त्यो असाइनमेन्ट्स बस्दा पनि अब आइडियामा चाहिँ मार्किङ थियो है। अनि मेरो ग्रुपको यो चाहिँ मेरै आइडिया थियो। मैले के गरेको थिएँ भने चाहिँ म चाहिँ अब यो नर्थ इङ्ल्यान्डमा बस्ने भएर नर्थ वेस्टमा चाहिँ के रहेछ भन्दाखेरि सबभन्दा यो चाहिँ यो एडल्ट र हुन्छ नि एल्डर मान्छेहरू चाहिँ धेरै भएको हिसाबले उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ अहिले यो एक्सर्साइजको कमी हुँदो रहेछ। त्यही भएर चाहिँ यो अनलाइन मार्फत जस्तो अहिले पुरै यो ट्रेन्ड चलिरहेछ 25 पुसअप च्यालेन्जदेखि लिएर के अहिले भइरहेछ नि त घर बस्ने लकडाउनमा उसमा। त्यसमा चाहिँ अब हामीले चाहिँ भर्चुअल मार्फत चाहिँ यो फिजिकल ट्रेनिङहरूदेखि लिएर यो हुन्छ नि यस्तो सिकाउने भन्ने चाहिँ त्यो एउटा आइडिया थियो क्या। त्यसमा हामी गरेको अरू कसैको चाहिँ यो ड्रोनले चाहिँ अब मेडिसिनहरू डिस्ट्रिब्युट गर्ने होइन। जस्तै यो त एकदम कोभिडको सिनारियोमा त एकदम प्र्याक्टिकल र इनोभेटिभ छ नि त। अब हामीले फिजिकल यो इन्टरेक्ट नै गर्न सक्दैनौँ भने चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ हामीले यो खानादेखि लिएर मेडिसिनहरूदेखि लिएर चाहिँ ड्रोनले चाहिँ पुर्याउने भन्ने अर्को ग्रुपको आइडिया थियो है। अनि त्यही अनुसार चाहिँ अब एसेसमेन्टहरू चाहिँ भइरहेछ। नर्मली अब भन्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ रिटन एक्जाम भन्दा पनि यो आफ्नो कतिको क्रिएटिभ लेख्न सक्छ, कतिको एनालिटिक हुन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ अब ट्युटरहरूले चेक गर्ने हुनाले चाहिँ अब त्यही अनुसार हामीले चाहिँ आफूलाई प्रिपेयर गर्न सक्छ। त्यसको लागि चाहिँ एकदम रिडिङ र रिसर्च चाहिँ एकदम एक्सटेन्सिभ हुनुपर्छ। एकदम हुन्छ नि आफूलाई चाहिँ अब अनलाइन मार्फत होस्, लाइब्रेरी गएर होस्, फास्ट रिडिङ चाहिन्छ है त्यसको लागि। हजुर,
त्यसमा एउटा कुरा चाहिँ एड गर्नु पर्छ मलाई होइन, लाइक नेपालको पढाइ र यहाँको पढाइ एकदमै भिन्नता छ है। हामीले त्यो दुईटा कस्तो भने हामीले इस्ट र वेस्ट भन्छौँ नि होइन, सेम त्यही नै छ है। दुईटा कन्ट्रीको दुईटा हाम्रो यो क्षेत्रको पढाइ र नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरूले प्लिज यो 3 महिना आफ्नो इङ्ग्लिस इम्प्रुभ गर्नुहोस् है। रिडिङ र राइटिङ स्किल है, लिसनिङ र स्पिकिङ भनेको त तपाईँले बिस्तारै बिस्तारै सिक्नुहुन्छ। रिडिङ र राइटिङ मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट है, किनभने यहाँ आइसकेपछि लेख्नुपर्छ, अर्को कुरा पढ्नुपर्छ। ओके, त्यो टिचरले पढाएको एक त बुझिँदैन, स्पिकिङमा ब्रिटिस एक्सेन्ट बुझ्न एकदम गाह्रो छ है। सो अब आउने विद्यार्थीहरूले बिबिसी च्यानल हेर्नु पर्यो, ओके, ब्रिटिस ब्रोडकास्टबाट हुने च्यानलहरू हेर्नु पर्यो होइन, र त्यो ल्याङ्ग्वेज चाहिँ सिक्नु पर्यो पहिला है। यहाँ कतिपय विद्यार्थी पहिला आउने बित्तिकै 1 हप्ता त मैले त कोर्सै बुझिनँ सर, के पढाएको भन्नुहुन्छ कि है। किन भन्दाखेरि यो हाम्रो डिस्टेन्स र हाम्रो कल्चरले गर्दा पनि फरक भएको छ है। नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरूले यो कुरा चाहिँ प्लिज ध्यानमा राख्नुहोस्, यो 3 महिना भनेको अपर्च्युनिटी हो है। यदि यो अहिले लकडाउन हुँदैन थियो भने विद्यार्थीहरू आइएल्स पढ्दै 3 घन्टा फेरि घरमा गयो, फेरि रमाइलो गऱ्यो, फेरि आइएल्स पढ्दै यसरी बित्थ्यो भनेपछि अब चाहिँ 6 घन्टा चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस पढ्ने के बरु होइन, इङ्ग्लिस भोक्याबुलरी हेर्ने, इङ्ग्लिस च्यानलहरू हेर्ने होइन। र अनि सबभन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट चिज चाहिँ बिबिसीहरू हेर्ने गर्नुहोस् होइन, त्यसले चाहिँ राम्रो आइडिया दिन्छ। र ती चिजहरूमा ध्यान दिनुहोस्। अनि ईशानले भने जस्तै लाइक यहाँ पढाइ स्टप भएको छैन कि, सो नेपालमा पढाइ नै स्टप भयो नि त होइन। कतिपय क्लासहरू स्टप भयो, कतिपय इक्जामहरू स्टप भयो, तर यहाँ चाहिँ पढाइ कन्टिन्यू छ है। बेनिफिट अफ द लाइक होइन स्टडिङ युके के हो भनेर कसैले सोध्छ भने आफ्नो केरियरमा जानलाको पाथ रोकिँदैन कि, लाइफ स्टप हुँदैन कि कुनै पनि सिचुएसनले होइन। कोभिड भयो युनिभर्सिटी एउटा मेकानिजम तयार गर्यो विद्यार्थीहरूले पढ्न पायो के जुन हाम्रो जस्तो देशहरुमा हुन सकेन म डिस्करेज त गर्न लाग्यो होइन नेपालमा नपढौँ भनेर तर युज अफ हुन्छ नि न्यू टेक्नोलोजी नयाँ चिजमा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो एभाइलेबिलिटी चाहिँ हुन्छ हैन अनि त्यो यो चिजलाई युटिलाइज गर्न चाहिँ आफूमा पनि हुनु पर्यो विद्यार्थीहरुमा मेन कुरा पढ्ने इच्छा शक्ति चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो अनि यो कन्ट्री चाहिँ मैले लास्टमा पनि भनेन लास्ट मेरो उसमा पनि पेयरमा पनि भनेको थिएँ यो कन्ट्री चाहिँ काम गर्न आउने देश चाहिँ होइन है काम गर्न आउने देश चाहिँ होइन यो पढ्ने देश चाहिँ हो अवश्य पढेपछि म काम गर्छु भन्ने हुन्छ हो तर होइन म फर्स्ट डेस्टिनेसन मेरो काम गर्न जाने हुन्छ यो देश होइन है यो चिजलाई चाहिँ विद्यार्थीहरूले ध्यानमा राख्नु होला है
Awesome. Thank you, Hari sir. अहिले चाहिँ अब नेक्स्ट सेसन फर्दर चाहिँ बानीले लिड गर्छ बानी
Thank you so much, Ursa. हामीसँग अहिले यहाँ आउनुभएको स्टुडेन्टहरू एनी वान इफ हजुरहरूले केही क्वेसन्सहरू हाम्रो युकेमा भएको स्टुडेन्टहरूसँग या हाम्रो टिमसँग केदार सर हरि सरसँग केही पनि क्वेसन सोध्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने यु क्यान आस्क है एनिथिङ च्याट बक्समा टाइप गरेर या डाइरेक्ट हजुरको माइक अनम्युट गरेर पनि एनिथिङ यु क्यान आस्क रिगार्डिङ कोर्सेस युनिभर्सिटी रिगार्डिङ इन्ट्री रिक्वायरमेन्ट्स या भिजा प्रोसेसिङ डकुमेन्टेसन पार्ट एभ्रिथिङ के हजुरलाई सोध्नु छ भने प्लिज क्वेसन्सहरू सोध्नु एन्ड anyone and Hari sir one question from Wahida say उसले सोध्दै हुनुहुन्छ उहाँले how will Bizz help us in UK भनेर
ओके रिगार्डिङ Bizz है अब Bizz लाइक Bizzले हामीले कसरी हेल्प गर्छौं भने यदि कोही विद्यार्थी Bizz को विद्यार्थी छ एनी विद्यार्थी नट ओन्ली Bizz है Bizzले चाहिँ इन्टरनेशनल स्टुडेन्ट एभ्री इन्टरनेशनल स्टुडेन्ट इज सेम फर अस वन्स दे अराइभ इन UK बट हामीसँग कन्ट्याक्टमा हुनु पर्यो है हामीसँग कन्ट्याक्टमा भएपछि हामी कसरी हेल्प गर्छौं विद्यार्थीहरूलाई सेटल गर्नलाई हामी यहाँ चाहिँ ग्रुपहरू छ त्यो ग्रुपहरूसँग मिलाइदिन्छौं जस्तो लन्डनमा कोही विद्यार्थी आउनु भयो भने हामी लन्डनको विद्यार्थीहरूलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गरेर इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट विद्यार्थी नट फ्रम माई अर नट फ्रम मी अर नट फ्रम एनीवन है हामी विद्यार्थी ग्रुपहरू मिलाएर उनीहरूलाई हेल्प गरिदिन्छौं जस्तो हाम्रो Bizzको अफिस चाहिँ प्रेस्टनमा छ यदि कोही विद्यार्थी प्रेस्टनमा आउँछ भने चाहिँ उसलाई चाहिँ आएदेखि हामी अकोमोडेसन हामी कुनै एउटा अकोमोडेसन गर्ने रियल इस्टेटसँग हामी अकोमोडेसनलाई हेल्प गरिदिन्छौं जबको लागि हामी जब एजेन्सीलाई रिफर गरिदिन्छौं है हामी ग्यारेन्टी चाहिँ गर्दैनौं वी ओन्ली रिफर देम है अनि अल्टिमेट डिसिजन चाहिँ विद्यार्थी हुन्छ वी ट्राई टु गिभ देम बेटर फ्यासिलिटी हैन र त्यो चाहिँ हामी त्यसरी गर्छौं तर द्याट मिन्स अब अहिले चाहिँ हाम्रो के भइरहेछ स्पोर्ट फिडिङ भइरहेछ जस्तो भइरहेछ सो वी आर बीइङ लाइक बिट कन्सियस एज वेल यो म्याटरमा हैन विद्यार्थीहरूलाई Bizzले हेल्प गर्नु भन्दा पनि विद्यार्थीहरूले आफूले चाहिँ स्किल चाहिँ लिएर आउनु भने चाहिँ हेल्प गर्न सजिलो हुन्छ अदरवाइज यहाँ हेल्पले मात्र केही पनि हुँदैन है इफ यु आर गुड एट कुकिङ है कुनै रेस्टुरेन्टमा कुकको काम गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तर इफ यु नट गुड एट कुकिङ एन्ड म आएर चाहिँ म भाडा माग्छु भन्नुहुन्छ भने यहाँ भाडा माझ्ने पनि कम्पिटिसन छ है अनि सिम्पल एउटा सानो एक्जाम्पल नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरूलाई के दिन्छु भने हाम्रो नेपालबाट हामी 70 जना नेपालीहरू आउँछौं हैन र हाम्रो छिमेकी राष्ट्र भारतबाट हामी 700 जना इन्डियनहरु आउनुहुन्छ के हैन सो एउटा जबको लागि हामी 70 जना नेपालीले 700 इन्डियन्स आई ओन्ली जस्ट काउन्ट फर इन्डियन्स त्यहाँ पाकिस्तानी हुन्छ बंगलादेशी हुन्छ हैन इट्स अ ह्युज कम्युनिटी सो Bizzले हेल्प गर्नु भन्दा नि विद्यार्थीले आफ्नो स्किल लिएर आउनु पर्यो र स्किल बिक्ने ठाउँ यहाँ कतिपय नलेज रेफरेन्स नभएर पनि अड्किरहेको हुन सक्छ हैन र रेफरेन्सले गर्दा काहीँ हामीलाई सजिलो हुन्छ नि वी आर हेल्पिङ देम अन दोस थिंग्स तर त्यो चाहिँ अब हुन्छ नि एक्सनले नै भन्नुपर्छ मैले भन्नु भन्दा पनि सो Bizzले के गर्छ भन्दा चाहिँ विद्यार्थीले आका विद्यार्थीहरुसँग जस्तो सोध्नुस् है Bizzको प्रिभियस स्टुडेन्टहरुसँग त्यहाँबाट तपाईले बेटर थाहा पाउनुहुन्छ बट म चाहिँ कहिले पनि मेरो विद्यार्थी यो त्यो चाहिँ भन्दिन बट यु नीड टु कन्ट्याक्ट विथ मी एन्ड माई टिम इन युके एज वेल है हामीलाई फेरि कन्ट्याक्ट नभइकन हामीले गर्न गाह्रो हुन्छ इफ यु वान्ट्स हियर इट्स आवर रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी टु लुक आफ्टर यु बिकज तपाईहरुको बा आमाले हामीलाई चाहिँ विश्वास गरेर हाम्रोबाट प्रोसेस गर्नुभएको छ नि द्याट्स आवर रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी एन्ड वी फुलफिलिङ द्याट वन
थ्यांक यू सर And anyone sent हामीसँग अब 5 मिनेट बाँकी छ सो वी क्यान आस्क यो 5 मिनेट भित्रमा हजुरहरूले केही पनि सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ त्यति बेलासम्म केदार सर हजुरले के स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूलाई अहिलेको नेपाल हामी टिमबाट कस्तो भइरहेको छ एनिथिङ हजुरले के भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ
थ्यांक यू बानी थ्यांक यू भेरी मच त्यो Bizzको युके सपोर्टमा मैले अलिकति थप्न पनि मन लाग्यो Bizz एजुकेसन कन्सल्टेन्सी हामीले अरु केही सपोर्ट गर्ने भन्दा पनि वी कन्सल्ट देम द राइट suggestion, right things before they fly to UK. हामीले UK को रिसर्चसँग हामीले एउटा लाइभ सेसन जस्तो गर्छौं। उनीहरूले त्यहाँ पुगेर अन अराइभल के गर्नुपर्छ त्यस्तो कुराहरुमा अनि जबहरु हन्ट गर्न केही टिप्सहरु। हाम्रो जब भनेको कन्सल्टिङ सर्भिस हो र बीजले राइट कन्सल्टेसन दिन्छ स्टुडेन्टलाई। पुगेपछि पुग्नुभन्दा अगाडि प्री डिपार्चर इन्फर्मेसन्सहरु पनि दिन्छ। त्यो एउटा मैले थप्ने अर्कोमा। अब अरु त युके को धेरै कुराहरु भयो। युके इज अ ल्यान्ड अफ अपर्च्युनिटी and to achieve that opportunity you need to face some threats as well, some challenges as well. Opportunity in the sense education को क्वालिटी छ, reputed universities हरु छ अनि त्यहाँको एक्सपिरियन्सहरु वर्ल्ड वाइड काउन्ट हुन्छ। अब थ्रेट चाहिँ अब डेफिनेटली अब चाहिँ कस्टको कुराहरु पनि आउँछ अनि त्यहाँ गएर एकोमोडेट हुने कुराहरु पनि आउँछ, जबको कुराहरु पनि आउँछ। त्यो सबै कुरामा मेन्टली प्रिपेयर भएर once you decide to proceed for UK, so Bizz Education Nepal, Bizz Education UK is there for you to guide the right thing in right way from your course selection to your, let's say, uni enrollment. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. सुबिरनजी हजुरले केही सोध्न खोज्नु भएको छ? हजुरले
सुजिता जस्तो छ बानी। सुजिताको ह्यान्ड रेज भइरहेछ।
ओके सुजिताजी हजुरले हजुरको माइक अनम्युट गरेर सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ है। एनीथिङ।
यो कन्सल्टेन्सीले चाहिँ हैन युकेमा मात्र पठाउँछ कि अरु कन्ट्रीमा पनि हो?
सरी?
यो बिज एजुकेसनबाट चाहिँ हैन हामीले युकेमा मात्र तपाईहरुले युकेमा मात्र पठाउने हो कि अरु कन्ट्री पनि?
केदार सर हजुरले एन्सर दिनुहुन्छ?
मैले क्वेशन एकदमै कम बुझे है। बुझ्न चाहिँ इफ आई गेट द क्वेशन राइटली वेदर बीज प्रोसीड फर अदर कन्ट्रीज एज वेल भन्ने क्वेशन जस्तो लाग्यो। हामीसँग अहिले रिसेन्टमा युके को युनिभर्सिटिजहरु र अस्ट्रेलियाको युनिभर्सिटिजहरु छ। इफ यु आर इन्टेन्डिङ टु स्टडी अस्ट्रेलिया, बीज इज द राइट प्लेस अगेन। अस्ट्रेलियाको कामहरु पनि हामीले उत्तिकै प्रायोरिटी र उत्तिकै चाहिँ उससँग गर्छौं। हामीसँग प्रशस्त युनिभर्सिटी डिफरेन्ट लोकेशन्समा छ। बीज वर्क्स फर अस्ट्रेलिया एज वेल।
Thank you, sir.
And I like to add one thing as well. We have an office in Australia as well. Our headquarters is in Australia. Okay, Bizz Education started in Australia as well since 2008. Okay, so if you want to process in Australia, yes, we do process for Australia as well.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, सुजिताजी। anyone else हजुर अरु कसैले के सोध्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने प्लिज आस्क है। अब हामी आई गेस हाम्रो प्रोग्रामको एन्डमा पनि छौं। So anyone can ask anything. Okay. Thank you so much everyone for participating. हामीसँग यहाँ जोडिनु भएकोमा and thank you so much Hari sir, Kedar sir, everyone of our team and every students. हजुरलाई यो बाहेक अरु कुनै टाइममा पनि if you need anything information regarding UK universities या केको बारेमा पनि if you want to ask us, हजुरले डाइरेक्ट हामीलाई फेसबुकमा व्हाट्सएपमा भाइबरमा या इमेलको थ्रु एनी क्वेरीज राख्न सक्नुहुन्छ। हामीले as soon as possible हजुरलाई रिप्लाई गर्छौं। And thank you so much for your wonderful participation to all and thank you so much.
Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.